Hello, Professor. In today lab 7, I want to show how did I deploy the algonquin-pet-store application using algonquin-pet-store all-in-one.yaml file. So here is the YAML file. Okay, I use it from the previous lab 6. So here it is, and again I went through the whole step from lab 6 previously. And so I connect my AZ, apply, use the cube apply here to apply the YAML file, and then verify that I get the code right here. And lastly, I also verify that the services are up inside, and also right here, there we go, we have the services here. So let me show how it's look like in the AZ console. So right here we have the algonquin-pet-store cluster right here. So I can have access to it through the services in ingress. So right there. So when I click on it, so I get it right here. So the second part of this demo will be to demonstrate the RabbitMQ configuration problem. So one of the first problem that I would like to show here is the exposure of the credentials. So when we try to connect to our RabbitMQ, we have to enter the username and the password. Those username and password are fully exposed right here in um, our YAML file right here, so which are not a good practice. Okay, so this is the first problem. And another problem that I would like to expose here is we are missing persistent storage here in our YAML file. So meaning that whenever the RabbitMQ requires persistent storage for message queues, uh, the deployment does not define a volume or a persistent volume claim. So here we don't have any persistent volume in our YAML file. So the impact here will be the loss of messages, especially to durable queues or acknowledged deliveries. So those are the problem that we will encounter while we don't have um, the persistent storage. So another problem is that's the second problem. So the third problem that I would like to expose here will be the no liveness or readiness prop. Okay, so since we don't in our services we don't have any liveness or any ready prop, so RabbitMQ container has doesn't define none of these readiness or liveness prop, and so that may impact the impact that might have will be the pod may enter crash loop back off, be marked ready when they are not. So another problem that I would like to expose here will be exposing RabbitMQ management ports. So here we have it here, the management ports that we expose in our YAML file, also which is not the best practice. So that will probably lead to security vulnerability with full RabbitMQ administrative access. And another problem that I would like to expose will be the yes. So here we have a single replica here in our deployment. You have only a single replica, which means that there is no failover for this deployment, and also there is only single point of failure, which is not really good for our application. So that pretty much all the problem that I found for this RabbitMQ configurations. All right, so thank you for watching. Bye.